Hello my dudes, Steph here, and today it's time to do a wrap-up. Haven't done a wrap-up video in some time, but I've consumed a lot of stories this month, the month of March, so I've decided to do a little wrap-up video for you guys. I'd really like to try and do these every month, but sometimes, you know, life just happens, and sometimes I don't really consume as much as I would have liked to have done. But this month, it is all about the stories. I've eaten a lot of stories this month. So I'm going to talk about some books that I've read, some TV shows that I've binge watched, and some movies that I've seen, and some comic books that I've read. So since this channel is mostly about the movies, let's talk about the movies. This month I haven't really watched a lot of movies, I realized. I saw Captain Marvel, which you guys know all about, my opinions about that. Okay. If you don't, and you're curious, you can watch my spoiler-free review or my spoiler review, both of which will be linked in the doobly-doo below. It's hard to talk about movies that I've reviewed in my wrap-up because I have nothing left to say. I did just rewatch Shaun of the Dead last night. It was just randomly on TV, and I just love that movie, okay? It makes me laugh every time. It will never get old. It is such a good film. I also went to see the A Star is Born encore showing where they showed the movie again for a week, and it had like 12 minutes of extra footage. To be honest, I think it's better without the 12 minutes. It wasn't like one extra 12-minute scene that was like, wow, that was amazing. It was just like a few deleted scenes and like a few deleted moments where I was like, yeah, okay, it makes sense that those are deleted because they weren't very good, but it was nice to get to see it again in theaters. That was kind of cool. I really liked that movie. It makes me so sad. But yeah, as far as movies go, that is pretty much all I got for ya. TV shows. This month, I think this might be this month and last month combined. I don't really remember if I'm being honest, but The Umbrella Academy. I binge watched The Umbrella Academy so fast. I was a huge fan of the comic when Gerard Way first wrote it, which by the way, I love me some Gerard Way. My Chemical Romance is my shit, okay? It was my shit then and it's my shit now and it will always be my shit, okay? I will never outgrow it, no matter what you say. It's great. So I'm a big fan of Gerard Way and all the comics that he writes. I have all of them over there. I'm looking at them right now with my eyeballs. Actually, we have the Umbrella Academy right here. If you have not read this and you watched the show and you liked it, you should read this because it's so good. It's so good. It really is very Gerard Way. Like, it's dark, but it's also kind of quirky and weird and silly, and it's just very stylized. And I think the show did such a great job of capturing that tone. They did change some stuff, which obviously that happens when you make a comic book, a movie, or a show. They changed some stuff, but there were a few things that they changed a lot that I wasn't a huge fan of. Like, I really like the way music plays a role in the comic, and I felt like it didn't really have the same impact in the show. It would have been cool if it did, but I think it was still really, really, really good. I binged it so much. I loved it. I really did. I thought it was so well done. 100% recommend it to anybody who hasn't seen it yet. It's a really easy binge. It's a really good self-contained story. The characters are so interesting, so well fleshed out, so well represented. It's so much fun. And it's really unique and really different, and I think it was great. I also binge watched Russian Doll. That was also a really, really good show. Super fast to get through that one. It stars the girl who plays Nikki from Orange is the New Black, who I love. She's so good. She's so funny. And it's kind of like a weird twist on Groundhog Day. Like, she just keeps dying and her day keeps repeating. And it's sort of like this weird quirky mystery where you're like trying to figure it out with her. And it's kind of hard to explain, but it's really, really good. Very interesting original story. I was so invested in it. Like, I'm pretty sure I watched it from beginning to end without ever stopping. Like, I just could not. I was like, I need to know what happens. It also has really short, like, awkwardly timed episodes. Like, one was like 25 minutes, one was like 33 minutes. Like, it doesn't make any sense, but it's fine, and I am here for it all the way. I have also been watching Game of Thrones. I'm super behind. I'm on season 3. It's cool. It's fine. I'm trying to catch up before the next season. Not sure if I can do that, but we will try. I honestly, I don't know why. It's like so something I would love. I do, I really love it. I am super into Lord of the Rings and like all of the medieval fantasy shit. Like, why? I even have I have little Game of Thrones dragon figures right over, one second. These are my dragons. I have 3. My third one is kind of broken, so I didn't want to pick it up and break it more. But these are my dragon friends. They are literally from Game of Thrones. They are really cute, and I love them. Why haven't I finished the show? I don't know. So that's my mission for this month. Basically until the next season comes out. My mission is to watch everything. But that's a lot of hours. Not sure if I will feasibly be able to do that, but I'm gonna try. In one way or another, I'm gonna catch up on Game of Thrones. Okay? Okay. Books! It's time for books! Alrighty. So the first book I would like... What accent am I talking in right now? The first book I would like to talk about... it matches my shirt! I match my book! This is The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. That guy. I've heard people talk about this book a lot. It has won a lot of awards. It's been on a lot of lists. It's like a big deal. And I was always like, what's all the hubbub about? And I truly don't even know why. I just like randomly decided to buy it like a month or 2 ago. And then right after I bought it, I got fired from my job. And I was like, well, I have nothing to do. I guess I'm gonna read this book. And it truly could not have found me at a better time. If you are feeling lost and like you don't know what the fuck you're doing with your life, I think you should read this because I read it in a very bad, low mindset and it really helped me. Like truly, I would say this is one of those books that truly changed my life. And I don't say that about a lot of books. I guess I should tell you what it is. So first of all, it's super short. Like, you could read this in a day. It's essentially like this soul-searching journey. That sounds super lame, but it's like this character, this boy who just doesn't really know what his destiny is or what he wants to do in this world. And he kind of goes on a quest. He like goes on this journey, this adventure. He's like, I've got to find myself. And he meets a lot of people along the way. And it's just like, it's less about the plot and more about the interactions that he has with people and the things that he says and the things that he learns and the way that it's written so beautifully. And it's really just a very eye-opening experience. And I would recommend it to literally anybody. Even if you don't like reading, it's a really easy read. Super simple, very short, basic plot. But it really got me. It really hit me. The back says, to realize one's destiny is a person's only obligation. That's pretty much the tone of the book. I don't know, it holds a special place in my heart and I really liked it. Okay, on top of that, I've also read these. I decided to jump back into the Mortal Instruments series. I read the first trilogy and I now decided to read the second trilogy. I guess you could, I don't know. It's 6 books, but they were published so far apart from each other that it's like 2 different trilogies. And then there's another trilogy in between, but it also happened before both of them. It's very confusing. I decided to read the second half of the 2 trilogies. The number 4 and number 5 I have read. I haven't started number 6 yet, but I did read 4 and 5, which are City of Fallen Angels and City of Lost Souls. If you don't know, the Mortal Instruments is part of the Shadowhunters series. It's like one of the big, like, must-read classic YA fantasy book series. It's been around forever and I've just been like really slowly getting into it. But I really liked these. I really loved the first Mortal Instruments trilogy, so I was excited to read these and they were just as good. I was told that you're supposed to read the Infernal Devices. So there's like 3 trilogies. There's the Mortal Instruments, the first half, and then the Infernal Devices, which happens way back a long time ago, and then these were published after the next set. And I was told to read them in that order, like publication order, but I started reading Clockwork Angel, which is the first book in Infernal Devices, and I was really into it, but I was, in the back of my mind, I was like, but what happens in the Mortal Instruments? I need to know! So I had to stop, I had to put it down, and I had to continue reading these because I can't just stop in the middle of a series. So I'm working on this, let you know when I finish it, and then I'm gonna jump into the Infernal Devices, and then I'm gonna read the one that comes after that that's pretty new and I can't even remember what it's called. Okay, comic books. I have 2 comic book series to talk about. The first one, Paper Girls. I read all of the Paper Girls. All of the Paper Girls I read this month and last month. They're so beautiful and I love them. Paper Girls is written by the same people that make Saga, which I've heard is a million times better than Paper Girls. So I'm excited to read that. I'm definitely gonna read it. But I started reading Paper Girls and I was like, well, I guess I should finish reading it before I start Saga, which doesn't make sense because they're both coming out at the same time, but it's just how my brain works. So I like binge read all of Paper Girls. It's super fun. It's like set in the 80s, sort of. There's a lot of time travel, so it's technically set in a lot of times, but the characters are from the 80s. Sort of like this Stranger Things set of girls in the 80s who are paper girls. They deliver the newspaper. And a bunch of weird shit happens, and they get into some alien invasion time travel shit, and it goes crazy. And it's super fun, and I highly recommend it. And the second comic that I have been reading is Buffy! Okay, if you know me at all, you know that I am quite possibly the biggest Buffy the Vampire Slayer fan on the planet. You can fight me, you can challenge me, I will win, whatever it is. I'm the biggest fan. That's just what it is. I have a Buffy tattoo on my arm. I have a shrine over there to Buffy. I have Buffy, 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 Angel, 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 Angel. Basically, if it's Buffy, I own it. So, I'm not super into the idea of remakes or reboots. I think if a thing was good, why would you do it again if it's already good? Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. So when I heard that Boom Studios was creating a line of comics to retell the story of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, I was kind of mad. I was like, I don't want a retelling. It's perfect, okay? It's perfect. But of course, being the fan that I am, I obviously had to buy it when it came out, so I did. So I've got Buffy #1. I have a variant cover. I couldn't find the regular one for some reason, so I have this one of Willow, and it's really cute. Then I got like every variant cover of #2, which I also couldn't find the regular cover for. I don't know why. Though I do like these. This one is also Willow. She's cute. And then we got this really cool one of Giles, which I really like. I like that it's just Giles. There's not really anything else going on there, and I'm into that. I love Giles. He's so beautiful. And then this one, which is super different. So yeah, there we go. The verdict that I've come to is that it's actually kind of good. So the reason I'm sort of okay with it is because A, I love Buffy. I will take all the Buffy that I can get. If it's good, I'll take it. B, it is not just a retelling, but it's a modern retelling. So they're all drawn differently. They're all wearing modern clothes. Willow is like this really cool hippie witch chick, which is like super trendy. And like, it's just very like modernized in a cool way. Like I think it's done really well. I am super conflicted about Willow because while I love seeing her in that, like, I'm a cool witchy lesbian. Yeah, she's so cool in this comic. She's so cool. But in the show, she's not cool. She's such a nerd. And I love her for that. She wears these, like, ridiculous overalls and just, like, terrible fuzzy sweaters. And it's just so pure and so great. And in this comic, she's, like, a cool witchy chick. And I don't know. That's just not Willow, but she's so cool, so it's like, I'm just conflicted. I don't know, I'm gonna have to read more and I'll let you know. Maybe I'll make a whole video about these because I have a lot of feelings. But anyway, yes, Boom Comics, Buffy, they've only come out with 2 issues so far, so it's hard to like truly know how I feel, but as of right now, I'm pleasantly surprised. I think the writing's pretty good. It definitely has that like nostalgia. It's bringing me back to the Buff, but also giving me something fresh and new, so I don't know. I'm reluctantly enjoying it. You know, I've been thinking about making videos about Buffy because it's literally my favorite thing. But I feel like not a lot of people are like into the Buffy thing. I feel like it's sort of a niche crowd, so I've never made videos about it. But I think I am probably gonna make a video about these comics because it's relevant, it's happening now. I don't know, you tell me. What do you think? Do you guys like Buffy? Whenever I find people who love Buffy, I'm just like, yes, my people. But I don't know, do you? Are you into it? Let me know in the comments below. That's enough for this video. One last thing I wanted to show you guys because as most of you know, I'm super into steelbooks and collecting them, and I'm trying to grow a small collection of them, of my favorites. I posted a video a while back of my steelbook collection. It has grown since then. But since I'm wearing this Scott Pilgrim shirt, I thought it was fitting to show you this right now. One sec. I just got the Scott Pilgrim Steelbook, and it's so beautiful. This came out on my birthday, so you know, it was destiny, really. It's beautiful. It has all these amazing, beautiful people on the cover. The back is the base logo. The inside, so that's what the disc looks like. It's just Scott. And then it's all the 7 evil X's, and it's just so beautiful. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that because I thought it was cool. That's it for my wrap up. As for life updates, since last time I did a wrap up, I decided I would also include life updates in them because I never tell you stuff about my life. Working on my book, which I have a book writing video coming out soon where I'm gonna be answering your questions about my book and just telling you a bunch of stuff about it and the process, all that good stuff, since it's kind of taken over my life. And other than that, literally nothing is going on with me. Aside from the fact that I've gotten a lot of views lately on my videos, which is really cool. Thank you guys so much. For all of you who are new, because I've gotten a lot of new subscribers, welcome. Excited to have you here. But yeah, that's pretty much all I got going on. I don't know why I keep doing this. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.